Hey, welcome back. Another day, another vlog. Some news, tips, tricks, tech news, world news, fun stuff, car stuff, fishing, baseball, bit of everything. I guess it's pretty much everything I like, and hopefully if you've subscribed, which is just down that way, I think. That little button, that free button. Go click, click with the mouse. It'd be lovely. Yeah, but everything. I try to keep you sort of entertained, not too serious. I don't really like to bring people down. Stuff like this. I do some photography. If you haven't seen this video, the 7 Artesian review. The beautiful lens from 7 Artesian, the 12mm wide angle lens. Beautiful stuff. And it was a great photo. So I try and bring you little bits and pieces. I guess I probably might start off a little bit of how we started this channel. Start off as baseballers, best mates who grew up together, played baseball together for a lot of years. Got into the Barra Classic. That's it. So that was our uniform. That's our uniform here for the Barra Classic, a fishing comp. I wanted to film that and then chuck our videos up on YouTube so I could do that. Possibly maybe get some sponsorship because it costs a fortune to get into it. And by doing that, I had to learn how to do video, get a camera, GoPros, stuff like that, and learn how to edit, and I got addicted. And here we are today. Yeah, that's pretty much the basic gist of it. It's been a couple of years, probably about a year and a half into YouTube. I just started learning how to use Adobe products and Premiere Pro this year. In May, I think I started. I paid for it because I just went Adobe because you can do the Premiere Pro, you can do photos, Lightroom, which is more important. I can edit stuff, I can make stuff, Photoshop, I can doctor stuff up and make some stuff for some fun or artworks or whatever. Pretty much one fee gave me everything. 5 or 6 really good programs. I think the Apple stuff's probably better, but you don't get all the other stuff is as good, unfortunately. So that's why I went to Adobe. So I've had to teach myself that, which has been fun, and I'm learning. And during all this process, I sort of started watching the tech and the stuff on YouTube where I'm learning everything. And it's amazing how much goes on in YouTube and what happens. So I thought I'd just probably bring this to you. So my Another Day, Another Vlog series, which is 120 episodes in now, so you've got plenty there to go back and laugh at me about. It's basically just bringing out, I guess, what's happening each day on YouTube and the web. So I guess that's a bit of a refresher for you if you're new to the channel, wanted to know what the hell I'm all about. Who's this crazy bloke from Australia on the YouTube every day talking about tech news and bits and pieces and whatever. That's pretty much me. It's pretty much anything I think might be interesting or might be good or a great new product that might be helpful to creators or fishermen or baseballers or anyone, I guess. Anyone that sort of, aligns themselves with the similar sort of things as me. That's it. So let's get into the news. A little bit today. It was pretty quiet. Nothing too exciting. There was some good news. Probably the biggest news of the day was AMD. We talked the other day about the 2 new processors. You'll be able to go back and go through the Another Day, Another Vlogs to check them out. I think it was the 3760 and the 3860 or something like that, the new processors. Monsters that smashed. Basically Intel just went, see you, Intel, you're done. There's some pretty smart people in the internet. They've watched a video of MSI. MSI is a big computer technology mob, and they've got their own YouTube stuff on there. And while they were watching a video and talking about something, someone noticed that they had up on the screen this chip, and they're talking about this chip, and it worked out that it's actually a new chip. So the leak was accidental completely. 128 thread processor coming out. Monster, 64 cores, 128 Threadripper. So that is on the way. Like these guys were using it in one of their computers, accidentally just brought it up to they were talking about something totally different to what they were showing, and unfortunately someone's worked out to go, they've just calculated the lines by the rows and going, yeah, right there, that's 64, that's 128 threads. Holy crap, that's a new chip from AMD, that's insane. So this just absolutely smashes Intel into the Neverland. We talked about Intel struggling, coming back into the phone market. They are getting pumped. I know it's only November, but if we're going to vote, and I'm going to put my hand up here, Technology Company of the Year, everything that's happened, the iPhone 11 Pro, everything that's happened that I've seen this year, the most outstanding and biggest technological advancements and just absolutely smashing their opposition, and with big opposition with Intel, is AMD. Like AMD 2019 Tech Company of the Year. I hope you had shares in them because they should be booming through the roof. That is insane. Like Intel's nowhere near this. We talked the other day about the other ones, I think it was a 12 and 36 or 24 and 36 core. Well, the smaller one destroys anything Intel's got. So and now they bring out this, they've got this monster and that just sitting in the back pocket. Just hang on, let's go. Oh, what's that, Intel? Here's my ace. Pow! Get back in your hole. So yeah, huge news from that. Massive leak. In a day and age where leaks are pretty much over and done with. We're already talking about iPhone 12 and it only came out a month ago, and we're talking about leaks for next year's phone. So for something like this to happen, which is actually huge and a game changer, because it just as I said, it's just a kick in the guts to Intel on how bad a year they come out with a 10th generation chip, which is amazing. It's just AMD is so good. Wow. So yeah, standing ovation for AMD. I'm going to give it, for this channel, from what I've seen, and I'm no rocket scientist, dudes are going to Mars and rockets, so that's probably next up there, but just on general tech and for general use and public, like AMD. Tech Company of the Year, great job guys. Right, next, lighting. It's important to have lights in that. I've got a big softbox behind the camera here, a little bit of light over here. I've been playing with it. I think last night I put some green bags over the light to try and just give that a little bit of softer and a little bit of colour, just something, a little bit different, a bit edgy. Just playing with light. As a photographer, light's the most important thing for video and cameras. It's the probably most important feature. You have to, as a person that takes a picture or takes a video, you have to at least have a basic understanding of how light works and how it plays with your subject and what it does. It's something you've got to learn, and the masters of light have always become very good photographers. That's what it's all about, capturing that light. So playing with bits and pieces now. I don't have one, but you can get RGB lights and stuff, and they're all about the size of a that size sort of thing nowadays. They're pretty small and amazing. So there's a couple. I'll put the pictures of these two up. Well, this one up. Aperture, which is a big brand name in the business in regards to lighting, has come out with an ALMC. It's a magnetic wireless charging unit, 3200 to 6500 Kelvin. It's got all different colours, all the RGB spectrum. It's got I think 5 or 6 different presets on it. So like fire engine lights, disco, lightning, stuff like that on there that you can do, and they're really good. They are a little expensive in Australia here. It's obviously, like everything in Australia, we get smashed with import duties, taxes. We've got to pay everyone else's taxes to import them if we want to get them in, and then you've got to pay our duties on top because our government folded to Trump, the scumbag. So yeah, it makes it even harder for us. So you can get them about $109 US. They are, so which works out about 160, and then you got to add taxes, duty, and stuff on. and I did see them, I think, online. You can get them on eBay. I'll put a link down below through our team link on eBay for about 160. Now, the biggest feature of that unit, and it's a small unit and real high quality, I'll definitely give you that. Everyone's saying it's the best on the market as it is, but the biggest benefit on it, it runs off your phone. So we all have phones in our apps. This little bad boy has a special app through Aperture. It's called a mesh network. So basically join to all, if you've got say 4 or 5 of these and you've got some in the background and you want to use lighting, face shots and then disc shots, different colours from that side, you can go through, pick your colours of each unit or have them all at the same time. You can sit in a chair, have your camera on, change your colours, look in the screen, see what you like. Yep, cool, that's good, set it all up. You can use the phone camera. I want to get that yellow there, bang. The Mighty Tigers, get that yellow there, boom, it'll change it to exactly that colour in the RGB spectrum. It analyses it and picks it up. You can have different ones, different places. You can have ones on the roof you can't get to, you can change that. You get like, it's 2 hours, I think it's a bit over 2 hours worth of battery on full juice. And it'll be like 24 hours on a minimum. So like a really high quality one. But it is sort of exy at about 160 bucks. You can get a cheap one. The cheapest one I could find of good quality was a V Best Light. Again, I'll link this down below for you tonight. I'll chuck it over, a little eBay link. Again, well, this was a good one. A little bit bigger, 2500 to 8500, so a little bit brighter for your white light, so a little bit more grunt in it. 9 presets, so it's got a couple more presets. 140 minutes to charge, very similar to the Aperture. OLED display to tell you what's going on, same as the Aperture. What is it, 100% brightness, it will go for 150 minutes, that's a little bit less than the Aperture, and at 5% juice it'll last 24 hours, very similar to the Aperture in that regard. It doesn't have the app, but it'll give you an entry point, and you can get this one, I think they're on there, you can get about 110 bucks delivered through eBay, thinking baseball. So like 110 to 160, 50 bucks, if you've got that extra 50 bucks on a light and you want a good light, that's fine. But that 50 bucks might get you a lot of other stuff, batteries for your camera and stuff like that. So you don't have to spend the world. Get a good quality light can make a big difference. Yeah, but it's definitely worthwhile checking them out. With RGB, being able to change colours, get that different mood into it, very cool. So yeah, Aperture is the talk of the moment, but I've chucked in another option there. If you're just looking for a cheap one and you want to try it out, just add a little something in. Definitely something to look at. Light, very important. Well, it's basically everything. It's all photography and video, and everything we see is all about just sucking that light in and translating into the zeros and ones, pretty much. Strange, isn't it? It's a strange way to look at photography. And then the last thing going on, because I've got a ton of editing, I want to get the videos out tonight. The Audi's brought out a future concept, the Audi A1 Trail. Amazing bit of kit, pretty wild, full glass, 360 degrees glass around it. You get in the cab, looks like a pretty futuristic sort of a dude, beast of a machine. You get in it, there's no screens, there's no nothing, it's your phone. You get in the top of your steering column, you reach over, you slot your phone in, everything, this starts the car, loads the car, your gauges come up, everything's run out of your phone. I don't know how they go getting the different models, again it's a concept, but this is basically how it's working at the moment. You pop that in and away you go. Some other amazing features, obviously it's made out of all recyclable materials, stuff like that. 5 drones sit on the roof. It's got a roof rack up the front, there's 5 little drones. They've got big high beam lights in them. You park your car, or what you do driving down the road, you can basically set them off. They'll go up in the air and they'll shoot out forward, and you've got 5 drones of big lights out there, so instead of just having your lights, if it's hard to see, you can send your drone fleet out. They're self-aware and they'll dodge everything, but they'll shine light on the road to see where you're going so you don't have an accident. That was pretty cool. Also, when you park, if you want to go from bush, you've got to camping ground late, you want to shoot off and go and get some wood for the fire, you can set these suckers up. They'll follow you, much like the Audi A1, follow you in the woods with the lights on, and you can see everything and go, oh my god, that's pretty cool. I wouldn't have thought of that as part of a car, but this is part of the car system. So very cool. In the back seats are hammocks. So the back 2 seats in it are hammocks. They basically sit and are suspended. They're removable, so when you get to where you're going, you can pull them out of the car and put hammocks up and just sit between 2 trees and chill out. Very cool. Some good ideas. So like, as from Audi, is normally a luxury. They do the off-roaders, but again, it's normally luxury. To see something like this, which was very, very driver Pacific and I guess holiday Pacific, so it's just pure off-roader, nothing, worrying about nothing else. It was very cool. And Supercar Bonnie, big shout out to her. She gets all the good cars at the moment. Fantastic. She's doing an awesome job. Go Aussie. It's just saying that basically Audi's taken this principle where manufacturers, in their concepts, they're providing one car that does everything. Audi's philosophy, I guess you could say, is to say, well, we want this car's for the off-roaders, this car's for the racers, this car's for your mums and dads to take the kids. So they want to bring a specific and really nail perfection on each market, so that market that's the only car they want, because that's the best, because there's other cars there, but they don't do this, they do a little bit of everything, but they're not as good as this. Well, that's what I do all the time, so I want that. So that was what she was saying about that. So that was pretty cool. I'll see if I can grab a photo. Hopefully there's a photo. It's only new and a concept, so fingers crossed. And that's it. I have a ton of editing to do tonight. I've went out, I got a time lapse tonight, my first one on the M50. A beautiful sunset. Like 15 minutes of recording, I got 7 seconds worth of film. It's film, but it's photos. They take like 190 photos and then that gets merged into 7 seconds. But it come up really good, so I'm pretty happy for my first attempt, and that was using the beautiful Super Takamar 50 1.4. So I've got to sit down, I've got to do some recording on this, to do some work on, talk about the 2 lenses, the 2 beautiful vintage lenses I've got that I'm doing a lot of work with, and I'm definitely in love with the 50mm. That's amazing. The macro is a fantastic camera, but the 50mm is just, the images I've been popping out of that have just been so good. For a 40-year-old lens, it's just insane. So heap on that tonight. I'm going to try and get up early and shoot out and get a sunrise. We've had some really change of seasons come, and we get some beautiful colours coming through the Pilbara sky. So I want to try and get that in the morning, shoot over and get a couple of photos and see if I can get a little bit of something there for the Instagram account. If you haven't got us on Instagram, you can get us over there as well. You'll find it in our link here on YouTube, on the About Us, and that's about it. Probably rattled on for too long. I thought I didn't have much. Gift of the gab, I guess, or gift of the bullshit. Whatever. Hope you have a good Tuesday night. Shift change. I'll be shifting over the night shift, so there won't be another one of these till Thursday morning. I normally try and do them in my lunch hour work, but it's on the phone, it's a bit of a pain. My holder never rocked up that was supposed to come, so I could hold the phone on the thing. It's a bit of a, Anyway, I figured I'll just do a big one tonight, get this done, shoot through tomorrow, I'll get some stuff up, see how I go, see what I can do, but maybe I'll go shift over to the morning, so it'll be a 24-hour off period. Please forgive me. Don't shoot. That's it from me. Have a good sleep tonight. Work tomorrow for you guys, only starting the day over in the States, or finishing the day already in bed. In England, we should be in bed. Hope you all had a good Tuesday. Another day, another vlog. Thanks for stopping by, and I'd appreciate it if you do want to see any more of me, or you don't want to see any more. hit the subscribe anyway. You don't have to watch it again. You can, but won't hurt. We'll see you all tomorrow. Ciao. Oh, bit of tunes. Oh, he's going. Bye bye.